We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington football team.
To kick off for the Raiders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now it's Swift. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
49-yard line.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
In the ball carrier.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch his skirt out the mud, out the dirt.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Raiders 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time with Alvin Kamara. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
the 24 and a 2nd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Down by Marcus May.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Haskins is brought in by Jamison Crowder. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. And it's intercepted. picked off by Keanu Neal. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Carlson, 14. Up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Haskins will throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
18-yard line.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
That's the end.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Washington 7.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
1-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throw here out of the gun, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he's stopped right around the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 18.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Ronald Darby, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They go play action now. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
14.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into that.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes this Washington 26, Raiders 21. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They go play action with Haskins. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Anderson. As the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Washington 33, Raiders 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
The ball carrier,
Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken about a yard deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Running is Swift.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Now a carry for Swift.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
DeAndre Swift.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes this Washington 40. Raiders 28.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The throw right sideline here is complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Check, 59.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 31-yard line.
Vegas, first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second and 4. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
One more time with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
A 6-yard pickup brings
once again it's Swift. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 28.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and 6.
Haskins will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 22.
A good pickup there, a 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 46 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. We ain't giving him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Hey, watch it. Motion, check. Shift.
Here's Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2. Today's finals, Washington 47.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff 5.